Dear University President Guillermo, dear Chairperson De Vera, dear Officer in charge of the Department of Science and Technology of the Philippines, Renato Salidum Jr., His Excellency President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., and dear Director of External Linkages and International Affairs Ferrer, my colleague and friend Christine. Dear conference participants in the second international conference on agriculture, biosystems, and technology. And most of all, dear students, young scientists, and the future leaders for a better world. Uh, Thank you very much to the conference organizers for this opportunity to bring greetings from York University in Toronto, Canada. My name is Charles Hopkins, and I hold the UNESCO chair in reorienting education towards sustainability, where we've promoted the concept of education for sustainable development, or in short, ESD, since 1999. Today, ESD is a widely recognized concept which rightly has found its place in the Sustainable Development Goals, in short, the SDGs, as an integral element of quality education and a key enabler of all of the SDGs. I congratulate Tarlac University and your many national and international partners for putting together such a dynamic and timely international conference on agriculture, biosystems, and technology, and for the second time with keynote speakers from Israel, Thailand, and the Philippines, as well as presenters from other countries in the Asian region and beyond. The timeliness of addressing agriculture in this broad, holistic manner, as suggested in the catchy theme of farm to fork, and doing it in a context of sustainability is so appropriate. The concern for food security is relevant globally, be it from a perspective of scarcity or affordability. As you suggest in this conference design, we indeed need to explore the related concepts of resiliency and appropriate systemic transformations across the entire food chain system. As stated by many, amongst them also the OECD, we need to take strong action globally to protect and restore food security. When I brought greetings to this conference in 2021, we expected to soon be out of the pandemic. But 1 year later, we are still dealing with pandemic waves around the world. In fact, the overall situation, in particular the sustainability situation, has not improved. We are experiencing an unprecedented number of wildfires, of droughts and floods destroying our environment, the continuous loss of biodiversity, and I must say a loss which we still do not understand enough to fully comprehend its importance. There's ongoing and persistent food insecurities have been even more intensified through the war in Europe, affecting supply chains for wheat, corn, and other agricultural produce, bringing millions to the face of starvation. In fact, current estimates from the UN show that daily approximately 690 million people are hungry, nearly 9% of the world population. And the number is growing rather than decreasing. We could soon see every 10th person in the world suffering from hunger and suffering from all the terrible lifelong side effects, especially for children, that accompany prolonged malnutrition. We need to build our food systems back in a stronger, more resilient manner that allow us to withstand not only the food crises of today, but also those who will certainly arise in the future. So data-driven approaches and worldwide connectivity for the entire supply chain, from farm to fork, it can be the key to more informed, inclusive, and equitable systems. Systems that also bring equitable benefit to producer and consumer alike, to rural and urban regions, and in the long term, aiming for the well-being of all stakeholders involved. So whether it is cutting edge technological developments and hybridization, or a revival of traditional low tech yet proven approaches, affordable to even the poorest farmer. There is a need for careful, respectful consideration across all four of your cluster discussions during these two conference days. I wish you well with this much needed sharing of ideas, of networking, and collaboration during this second International Conference on Agriculture, Biosystems, and Technology. And thank you again for this opportunity to address you. I wish you well.